I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the Collision Comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under. But now it's your turn to face.
It's Friday. I forgot today was Friday.
How many times?
A couple times.
My daughter forgets every like 10 minutes.
No, mine has been. I thought today was Thursday.
Yeah, no, my daughter thought it was...
I mean, not. I thought today was Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
my daughter thought it was Wednesday.
For some weird reason.
She asked us
But it was
twice.
like once.
She asked us twice, what are we, why aren't we doing homework, or what are we doing, or, when we go to school tomorrow, and starting phrases like that. It's like, no.
That's when you turn around and go, it's going to be fun. Let's go.
Yeah, we should. I should have done that.
You should have.
I should have been the smart aleck and all this stuff, but...
I can't say you haven't hung out with me long enough because...
Oh yeah, no, I was there.
I
just
would've-
I didn't do it. I just caught. I didn't.
You
catch
just didn't want to
myself.
get up early.
I didn't.
That's really what
I
it
don't wanna
boiled
get up in
down
the morning.
to.
Yeah, I mean, it would be funny, but all of 10 minutes, and
Oh, it would have been funny the entire time. And then you just come back and be like, oh, by the way, you got housework to do. And you go back and lay down and take a nap. That's what I would do.
go back and take a nap, and then wake up, and you got housework. Remember that?
No,
'Cause
she don't
it's
get
the
the nap.
weekend.
She's got housework to do. You get the nap.
Oh, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
what
that.
You get, this is what you get for waking me up.
This is what happens when you play stupid.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Someone doesn't pay attention to the calendar in the kitchen.
That's right.
So there you go.
Well, it's hard to keep track of days.
Okay. I mean, I can't say nothing. I did.
You
today
can't
was-
say anything.
I thought today was
Wednesday, yeah, but it's Friday, so good.
It is.
So it's a good thing. It's Friday. Everything's going on. We're
Indeed.
having a good time, I guess.
You guess?
I guess.
Sort of. Maybe's a little bits.
Good and bad things happening all around us. So,
Yeah. Aren't you excited? Aren't you just
so much so.
It just makes you so happy.
I know. So good. So 2 Republican congressmen
Okay.
have introduced articles of impeachment in the House of
Against the president, right?
Well, no,
No.
no,
Why?
no.
I'm not going to like this story. I can tell. I can tell. I am not going to like it.
Yeah, the articles of impeachment are against Secretary of State Abe Blinken,
Why?
citing the failures of planning, execution, and leadership in Afghanistan.
I'm a little bothered by this.
Actually,
Actually, I'm a lot bothered by this. But
yeah. But
I'm a little bothered by this
start,
for a
just
couple
to, yeah,
things.
okay, well, go ahead. Yeah,
Couple things.
starting right there.
As we mentioned last night, or let me phrase that. As I mentioned last night in a not quite so
Subtle,
subtle and calm way,
right?
this is very similar to Benghazi,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The Blinken wasn't there for that.
No, and I got that. But who was? They didn't actually do any impeachment on the acting Secretary of State during
Benghazi.
did they?
No.
Didn't do
The
that.
sex state stayed.
Yeah, all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So that bothers me just a tad.
Right.
Right. And ultimately, it was the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief,
Responsibility.
who, it was his baby. He said, "Get out now."
Yeah, you can't. So.
And all he did but then again, for a
Yeah.
guy taking full responsibility for everything,
There's a lot of blaming
it
going on.
seems like someone else is paying the price for it
every
and
time.
it's not him.
Yeah, so it's funny that this came out. Like, literally, this story is only like 2 hours old
Yeah.
because
I saw it earlier.
the things that happen. When I'm driving and stuff, I listen to the radios.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys on the radio at the time was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they start offering up, members of his executive council as scapegoats. Probably starting with Abe Lincoln.
And sure enough,
2 hours, it's 5 hours or whatever later.
he's a sorcerer.
Secretary. Anybody who can look at our administration didn't have to be a sorcerer. They just have to have eyes. I'm just saying that this guy actually stated it.
A few working brain cells.
Right. A few eyes and some brain cells that can still rub together,
Gotcha.
If you have those two, you probably could have figured this out. Anthony Blinken is the first of probably three. The first of three, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and again, none of them are going to be...
Because it was a media
Biden.
breakdown as well.
Oh, I know.
So we might be seeing Jen Psaki's going away.
Yeah, we're not that lucky.
You're right. We're not.
I'm just saying.
I'm just,
It's funny, though. Like I said, it's all of this is going down, but it was Biden that did it. They attempted to impeach.
Well, he's the guy whose face is for everything.
Yep.
He hasn't done anything since he actually got into office, but he is the face of everything in the office.
The thing is again, it's his responsibility. It was his baby. He said, "Do it." Blah 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 blah.
Well, yeah.
They tried to impeach Trump twice in his term, and
They failed both times.
And over stupidness, by the way.
Not over anything that was worth it.
There was nothing that was any actual. It was hearsay stuff. It was, that, well, it looks like this and it looks like that, da-da-da.
We're going to impeach him on his taxes.
Yeah, this is actually something credible.
And
this is
also-
actually something tangible. This is something that the entire globe, not just America, saw.
Right.
And you're going to then turn around and go, well, no, he's fine. Leave him alone.
We're going to leave the president there. But, hey, Blinken, you're out.
And again, they didn't do anything to Hillary.
Nope.
They didn't touch her at all when she
That's
was...
because they would have died. I mean, suicided.
They would have suicided themselves.
They would have suicided themselves and then walked across the street and gotten two shots in the back of the head.
They would have done that to themselves, though.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how they would have,
How all accidents happen.
Right. I mean, it's just terrible. It's terrible how that happens.
Sad.
Yeah, Representatives Andy Harris, who's a Republican in Maryland, and Ralph Norman, Republican in South Carolina, on Friday blamed Blinken for the loss of American lives and in the endangerment of countless Americans and allied lives. See, okay, I got to stop because the president stated for a fact that he was he was in the room giving the final decision.
Yeah.
Not Abe Lincoln,
Yeah.
the president. Abe Lincoln didn't have anything to do. This is weird. All Anthony Blinken is a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
He is a yes man and a mouthpiece. There's nothing else to this man. He has nothing going for him except for the fact that he's willing to step up and say exactly what you give him to say and nothing else.
Kind of like Psaki is.
Right. That's exactly what he is. He's just a mouthpiece. He has no say in whatever goes on because he doesn't have any background in whatever goes on.
Well, he doesn't also have any real authority on it either. I mean, he's supposed to because he's Secretary of State, but
But he doesn't.
he doesn't.
He doesn't. Joe Biden doesn't have a cabinet that is willing to oppose him, which is weird because literally a houseplant can oppose him and win.
That's sad. It's true, but it's so sad. It's so sad.
He could be beaten with a piece of veneer,
Any piece?
like even a small piece.
Okay.
I mean, if it's a large enough piece, it's going to hurt. But I'm just saying.
Well, of course, that's why I was saying, but I was
No,
like,
no, you
depending
can
on
be-
how
like,
big are we talking?
I'm talking about like this trim,
Okay.
the veneer trim pieces.
Okay. No. Yeah, I can see that.
Can beat him in an argument.
Like a wet noodle.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
why.
these guys never stand up to him because they were hired specifically to be yes men. to support whatever comes down the pipeline, and then is handed to Joe, like all of the questions and answers, where he's like, I've been told I have to start with you over there from CNN.
Who's next on the list?
That is you from MSNBS.
That lady over there from...
I have been handed a list, and it is telling me that I need to start with you.
I spy with my little eye.
When you have a president that doesn't even understand the decorum of looking down at a list and going, well, we've pre-screened these, so that's cool. Yeah, I'll go with, hey.
Yeah, at least pretend to be semi-ignorant and be like, nah, yo.
Yeah, something.
Feign ignorance or something.
You've been lying your entire life. How can you not know how to do this?
Why is it so hard now, Joe? Senile.
It's top of his class. But no, you have that. And then you have Kamala Harris, camel toe herself, saying that she was the only other person in the room standing behind Joe Biden when he gave the final order.
Yeah, she's not going to pay for it either.
No. Because they need her.
Oh, yeah, somebody's got to take over the mantle whenever.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the next puppet.
Yeah.
Might as well be camel toe. She's willing to get stuffed too.
Ew. That's just nasty.
It's good coffee.
Yeah, it is. No, indeed it is.
Yeah. Anyway, continuing on, they say after the suicide bomb attack in Kabul airport, killed 13 U.S. service members and dozens of Afghans. An Afghanistan affiliate of ISIS took credit for the blast, which killed more than 100 people in total. Tens of thousands of Afghans and Afghan allies and Americans as citizens, and we're all stranded and still are stranded in Taliban after the Taliban came to power, and throngs of people rushed to the airport to flee the country on U.S. military flights. Chaos then ensued, and people died.
Yeah, holding on to planes that...
All the rest,
Thinking that they can maintain 30,000 feet for several hours.
No, not even thinking that. They were just like, I've got to get out of here, and it doesn't matter how I get out of here. And then they died.
Oh, they got out of there.
They got out of there.
I could think of many
better ways
of doing it.
You know, I would literally just start walking through the desert.
That's me.
I'd get water.
Yeah.
I'd make sure to pack up on water and maybe some dried meats and go.
Yeah. Pockets full of jerky. That's all me. Start to stepping, you know.
That's it. Let's go.
And get out of it. Yeah, I do it. I would not. I don't care how desperate I am. I would never grab a hold to a plane because, again, realistically, there's no way that I'm going to be able to hold on continuously to the outer shell of a plane at 30,000 feet.
Right, where most people die anyway because the one, compression, and two, the cold. It's cold.
Yeah, it's a bit cheery and lack of oxygen.
Yeah,
actually.
the lack of oxygen is also not great.
At, several hundred miles an hour for several hours.
Right, so you have...
If you survive, if you don't fall off, they will kind of peel you off because you're froze to it.
Yeah, you'll be stuck.
So
it's like how they found the one guy. He was in the wheels.
Oh yeah, the landing gear.
Yeah, he was in the landing gear.
Yeah,
the landing gear was up, and he was inside. And when they found him, he was dead,
froze to death
in the landing gear.
Yeah, because it does get very cold up there. You ain't got nothing to keep you warm and prepared.
It's like 20 minutes might be okay, but...
Yeah, when you're talking hours. And in some cases, if they get fueled in the air, they'll just fly right to wherever the hell they want to go.
Right.
They have the entire world.
Just keep on going.
And you just, fall out like a...
in-flight fill-up service.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the military's good for.
They got good jets for that.
I'm just saying... don't get me wrong. Blinken should have some responsibility to it because he is Secretary of State.
Yeah, he's Sec State.
But so does the Vice President. So is
President. Mainly President. Mainly.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Especially when he sits there and goes, "Well, I'm holding the I do take the responsibility. I'm responsible for it. The buck stops with me." Except for it doesn't until it doesn't. And then he turns around and he's like, "Oh, I don't have time to take responsibility. I have little girls to go sniff." I seen a video. I don't know if it's actually him or not, but they were trying to convince me that it was. Apparently, some guy in a blue suit was walking in front of a bunch of Middle Eastern people at some point, or some ambassadors or something from all over.
Okay.
And apparently missed the step and face planted. Yeah. And we're not talking. We're thinking. I mean, when I say he face planted, I'm talking. He missed the step and just kind of timber straight down. No hands out to block nothing. No, just
ouch.
Yeah. I mean, it was carpeted, so I mean, there might have been a little cushion, but still.
That's not enough cushion for the pushing.
No.
Talk about a cracker right there.
It's gross.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, they continued on saying that, quote, Secretary Blinken failed to faithfully uphold his oath and has instead presided over a reckless abandonment of our nation's interests, securities, and values in his role in the withdrawal of American forces and diplomatic assets from Afghanistan.
What about the president? Are we going to even remotely attempt to hold him accountable?
The lawmakers say that Blinken's dereliction of duty by failing to, quote, safely and efficiently evacuate all of the United States government personnel, dependents, and private U.S. citizens when their lives are in danger directly gave rise to a dangerous scenario at the Kabul airport, enabling terrorists to execute a deadly attack that killed 11 Marines and a Navy medic.
I'm just saying.
None of that is incorrect.
No, it's not. But
None of it is incorrect. But is he really the person that you should be putting that through?
Again, the president is the commander in chief.
It's his job.
It's the final straw. He is that's his gig.
That's what he's supposed to do.
But you're not going to hold him accountable. Why?
Maybe they're trying to slowly ante up. They're going to see how much traction they get with Blinken.
I guess. No, I mean, I understand the whole working up the
food chain.
Chain, but
they're going to do exactly the opposite of what they tried to do with Donald Trump, which was literally try and destroy Donald Trump the entire time, which...
Again, it's not like there's not evidence. It's not physical. This is there. You can see it.
Yeah, there's video of everything that happened.
Yeah. Nice to say knee over on Twitter. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name.
Does it feel good to be out of the rain?
Sometimes he didn't even remember his name. Because,
in the desert, you can't remember your name.
Can't remember no name because,
there ain't no one
to give you no pain.
That's right.
La, 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 da, da, da. Slightly venomous Kirk. I was assuming that was Taliban provided gay seating. No, goat seating.
Goat seating. It's very different.
Very different.
Very different.
One is a little bit more
fuzzy.
Softer. Right? I guess.
Is it?
There's a lot of fur on the goats.
But they're bony.
But it's still soft. Like the hair is soft. The fur
Not
is
really,
soft.
no. Have you ever felt goats? Have you ever pet a goat?
Yes, I have. And I'm thinking of the comparison of what else they would be petting at that moment. And comparatively speaking, yes, I still say the goat is softer.
It's like whiskers. It's like
exactly.
It's like a person's whiskers on their face. I don't know.
Except for it's not. Oblivion flickering on Twitter. Falling from a plane is better than torture by the Taliban. And no, I concede that, but at the same time, I just start looking. I'm like with
That's
Steven.
what his boots are made for.
That's it. You just kind of get to the edge of the desert and turn around and deuces and just start trudging. And I'd rather go out that way and dying in the desert that way than to be tortured or to be caught or to be killed or whatever.
Hold on, yeah. Because I just want to make sure of something. I'm going to look at this.
Sure. What are you looking at?
Afghanistan.
Right there.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
I just want to see something on the map here.
We're going to have a little geography lesson, children.
I just want to look Here we go.
Okay.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
I guess technically the nearest body of water is directly south, but it's forever.
Yeah. Through
You have to pass through Pakistan.
Pakistan.
I don't want to pass through Pakistan.
Well, and if you look through, where Kabul.
Oh, wait. There's a stream. There's a river right there.
Damn sure is.
I'd follow that dang thing right down.
And then and look, where is it in relation to Kabul? Let's see.
That's
Zoom out. Oh, it's not. That's right there.
There's Kabul,
And there's the
and the stream's right there.
There's-
Oh yeah, I'd roll straight to the stream
and just
and
start
just keep on walking down. Yep.
I'd find a tire and start tubing.
Yes. Because this trek right here, that's a good distance.
Oh no, don't get me wrong.
That's
Yeah,
a good distance. You take
It's like 30 or 40 miles.
Yeah.
No.
Kabul
No, from there to there is about
due west.
it's about 20 or 30 miles.
Yeah. About 20 miles due west of Kabul is where a stream starts. You follow that stream, you'll have water. You can probably get fish, so you'll probably be able to eat. You go all the way down,
Till you drift right past Pakistan.
pass through Pakistan. Actually, it goes up into another country. It goes over here. Hold on, where's that?
Make a left at the Albuquerques and you'll be fine.
Well, it actually turns in. No, it's Afghanistan's. What is this right here? It doesn't have a name.
Yeah, it does pan out. Iran. That's Iran.
Oh, it pops into Iran.
That's a whole new song.
Yeah. And Iran.
And so far away.
Yeah. But I'd probably follow that guy.
Oddly
down.
enough, it's a fitting song, too.
It does,
That's the
yeah,
sad part
it's-
about
it's
it.
Exactly what we're talking about right here.
Adam W. Johnson, I was going to do the horse with no name joke myself, but tonight I'm busier than Joe Biden's damage control team.
Oh,
Very nice.
well done, sir. Well done.
Obviously not too busy if you can text and message us.
You could tweet that. You have time, sir.
Yep. I'm just saying, Blinken should not, I mean, he needs to be held accountable, but not all the way. No, he needs to. The president needs to be held responsible because he's the one who kind of decided, just like with everything else he's done, is, well, but, doesn't matter what Biden did or what Trump did because we're going to do it our way and screw all of you little people.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
It's kind of the thing. Yeah, we just got. I know this is all. The story right here is all about Blinken. But at the same point in time, we need to understand that
He's got nice boobs. Oh, sorry.
you've lost your arms.
She got some nice boobs.
Blinken, I'm over here. Anyway,
Such a good movie.
I love that movie. It's so good. No, see, this is where I get confused. Or on Facebook, is that Dana or is that Dana or is that Donna? I'm gonna go with Dana.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Dana on the Facebook.
Well, do it until she corrects you.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dana. Biden makes us all look so weak.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You're
I
right.
mean,
Yes.
when when you have stories of basically vigilante guys going in,
That's to come,
and
sir.
we'll get to it in a minute. We'll dive into that.
We'll
story
dive into
more,
that
but
later.
When there are stories of people taking over, and it's just the same thing. See, true Americans are like
Ready.
not as bad as they're made to be.
Made out to be, yeah.
Not racist. They're not hateful.
They're one step away from coming to save your ass.
At every moment, even if they don't know you, every American is like that. The general American is like that.
They want to go. They want to help. They want to find a way.
Proved it in Cuba with everything going on, and the reason they never got to get into at least get supplies in so people wouldn't starve was the United States military at the order
Of our
all
executive
Biden.
branch, yeah.
and it's just and they're doing it again, and it's
Think about it, guys. South of the border, Cuba, Afghanistan. When are we going to understand that Joe Biden has no idea what he's doing and get him kicked out along with the camel toe?
or at least pretend to impeach.
Yeah. By the way, I like that TikTok you sent me. Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, I knew you would.
That was good.
I knew
it's
you
good.
would.
Chris Kattan as Trump.
It's so good.
It's Buddy Will over there. About to marry. It's so good. It's amazing. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more.
No more.
Do 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 do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me
No more.
no more.
What is love? Oddly enough, that movie still kind of holds up.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
Do the things.
I just want to log in. Please.
Stupid you.
Let it
Why are
happen.
you doing it now?
Because I just realized I got it now.
Oh, you can wait.
No.
Yo.
No.
Yo, yo.
Do you know what it's for?
Yes.
Then you know I can't wait. This stuff's got to happen, son.
It's not going to change if you do it now or Monday morning.
This is Defenders Live.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. If we didn't have stories like this, what would a Friday be?
Boring?
That's right.
Actually exciting?
Well, exciting and new.
Apparently nothing compared to Izzo doing a coffee enema.
I have no idea. I didn't watch it. I don't pay attention to that sort of thing. That's not my kink. Anyway.
We were called out more or less.
Yeah, I know.
on
I saw, and I don't care.
No, I'm saying it. I don't know if you saw my reply to that.
I didn't. I know.
The reply was that it, with Izzo, or actually the original tweet was if Izzo kind of set the bar,
Yeah.
being,
With the things. And
with the
stuff.
enemas and stuff. So we were told that, we would have to step it up a little bit. And I said, don't worry, we will also be doing a coffee enema as well.
No, I won't.
No, we are. We absolutely are.
In reverse?
Yeah, I was saying we're doing ours though orally.
Oh, yeah. We're doing it in reverse.
We're doing it in reverse. It's an oral enema
Right.
with coffee. So
yeah, yeah.
It's a lot slower of a process,
It takes time.
but hey,
Tomorrow morning, it'll be processed through.
tomorrow morning for you? Really?
Yeah, so...
No, mine will be as soon as the show's over.
Well, no, I'm going to go pee, but...
No, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. No, tomorrow morning.
No.
Process that.
Nope, mine will be right after.
Oh, well, worse things happen.
Because that's how I roll.
That is.
It's called regular.
No, but I was talking about this story right here. See, things took a strange turn during a local school board meeting in Dripping Springs, Texas.
Dripping Springs. I didn't know that's where it was.
Yeah,
That's
that's a thing. That's a place.
well, of course. I mean, when you have
That's a real place.
when you have a state that big, you kind of just run out of
Names.
names and you just start throwing stuff up there.
Hey, that spring is a little drippy. Sounds good. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Dripping Springs. It sounds good. Let's do that. Yeah, on Monday, when a parent stripped down to his underwear while delivering a message on masks.
Okay,
Yep. Board meeting was
definitely a way to get someone's attention.
I am not showing the video because I don't want to see it. Is that fair?
I mean, I would say that's fair, but at the same time,
I'm
we
not.
have seen Izzo's butt.
I don't
At least
wanna.
this guy's clothed, and he's making a good point. Not just howling at the moon.
The board meeting was intended
Yeah, it was.
to merely review a range of topics such as financial reports,
Oh, they
construction
reviewed
updates,
it.
and bond information
Of course they were.
ahead of a full board meeting next week. But according to Dripping Springs Century News, such a great name. Really
I
is.
suddenly want to move there. Forget Dallas Fort Worth area.
Dripping
We're moving
Springs.
to Dripping Springs.
Wherever it is, that's where it's happening. That's where it's at. Come to the Drip.
Just because I want to make people from now on say, "Where's Dylan living?" Dripping Springs, Texas. I love it. I really do.
Yep. He's
Next-
down at the Drip
Next time we go to Texas, we are going there.
just so we can
Just so I can say that we were.
So
in
we can point at
Dripping
the sign.
Springs.
Yep, that's where
That's
we
it.
were.
That's all I want to do. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Those in attendance turned the meeting into a referendum on the district's mask optional stance. Let's see. One parent,
Okay.
James Akers, used not only his words but his actions to communicate the need of implementing a mask mandate in school.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
That's disgusting.
That's right. Quote, I do not like the government or any other entity. Just ask my wife. Tell me what to, just ask my wife. Tell me what to do. That's what he said as he started his demonstration. At work, they make me wear this jacket. I hate it.
That's not how he started it, is it?
And that's when he took off the jacket.
God.
They make me wear this shirt and tie. I hate it. So he took off the shirt and tie.
He's ruining his own argument already. Go ahead. Keep going.
Uh-huh. On the way over here, I ran 3 stop signs and 4 red lights, he continued. I almost killed somebody out there, but by God, they're my roads too. So, I have every right to drive as fast as I want, make the turns that I want.
Okay.
I got over here to the school today, and the parking lot was full.
Okay.
And I decided I was going to park wherever the hell I wanted to, which in this case happened to be in the handicap spot.
Okay.
At this point, he's basically stripped down to his underwear.
Now, I don't understand. Like, I understood the shirt and tie. Kind of.
No.
Kind of. The reason I say kind of
The
is
jacket, shirt, and tie.
like the reason I
He dressed up just to strip down.
yeah, I know. I don't understand it because again, you're being paid. You're being paid like
To
that
dress that way.
To dress that way. You entered into that agreement, so that kind of ruined your argument right there. With
It's like if
that whole thing.
Okay. If I go to a job and I get paid to wear polo shirts, like they want me to wear a polo shirt or a dress down shirt or whatever else, and I'm like, screw you guys, t-shirts all the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't work here. I can't get upset about that.
Yeah.
I can get upset about that, but it doesn't help anybody
No.
because that's what they do. That's the rule for them. That's the rule for pay, for doing the job. They want a specific attire. They want a specific
That's different
appearance.
than the government coming in and saying you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, you agreed to this one,
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah. And you're getting paid for it, by the way. This is not just you agreed, but you're getting compensation for it.
Yep. So, you know,
Okay? So you're kind of ruining your argument there. Just
it was right around this point, you know, the whole handicap spot thing where he decided to remove his pants.
Uh-huh.
He'd already taken off his shirt, his tie, and his jacket.
Okay.
Now he took his pants off.
Okay.
Okay? People in the audience decided to gasp. Officers started to move toward him before anything else was
And
unveiled.
he looked at him and said, "Keep your shirt on." Hey.
Oh.
Okay. So stupid.
How'd you do that without taking off your shoes? It's magic. No. But after he took off his pants, that's where he ended the striptease.
Oh, thank God.
And he decided to finish with his concluding point, saying that, it's simple protocol, people.
Is it?
We follow these rules for a very good reason. As the speech ended, the school board president, Barbara Stroud, decided to interject, saying, Mr. Akers, I believe you're a swimmer, but
Oh, no.
if you wouldn't mind
'Cause
putting
your
your pants back on
Your smooth
for...
body is telling us that you are a swimmer.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind putting your pants back on for a comment, that would be greatly appreciated.
Please, just get your clothes on.
Akers complied and returned to his seat, but not before reportedly fist bumping one of the officers who had approached him. Akers' point, it would seem, is that people follow all sorts of rules every single day without much complaint. But when it comes to masks, their response was unnecessarily different.
Okay.
That's right. Unnecessarily different.
Unnecessarily, you say?
In an interview with KXAN TV the following day, Akers doubled down on his claim, saying, quote, there are too many voices out there that I think are digging in for political reasons and absolutely not thinking about the common sense decisions we make every day to comply with everything from driving down the road and being safe and courteous to other drivers to not parking in handicapped spots, he argued. All these rules that we're given every day that we follow because they make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Sir,
It doesn't.
while those rules make sense, the ones that you talked about make sense because, one, they're agreed upon by everybody
Yeah.
and they're voted on laws,
Yeah.
or it's agreed between multiple parties, as in your job. Those are agreed upon. The fact that a mask mandate is a mandate, which means not everybody agrees.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Not everybody agrees.
Because that's the government telling you what to do. Again, there's other situations and things that, you're talking about, driving. It's an actual legitimate safety issue.
Right.
Parking in a handicapped spot is nothing. Okay? That is an example of trying to litigate or legislate morality. Because they're trying to say, well, these people are having a situation. They're handicapped for one reason or another. So therefore, they need to be able to get in the building easier. We're going to make it a law that, you can't park in these things or you're going to get fined.
Because you're being a douche.
Yeah.
You're making it impossible for them to actually get around.
But that's
that makes sense.
but that's douchery.
We made it illegal to be a douche.
If you got rid of every single handicap parking spot, guess what? The handicapped people would still make it in the building.
It would just take them a little while.
It would be a little bit more difficult.
They'd have to go to the end of the parking lot so that they would have enough space to
speed
get out.
to pick up speed.
Enough space to get out of the door.
All that too.
To
pick up. I'm still saying to pick up speed. And
gotta go.
away we go.
Right. But that's one of the things. Like that is you're right. It is legislating
If you
morality.
got rid of all of the handicap parking, it wouldn't hurt anybody. Would it be an inconvenience? Yes, but it wouldn't hurt anything.
Right.
Driving laws, again, that's for safety. That's a little bit different.
That's a little different.
To sit here and turn around and go, well, I'm wearing a mask to protect myself. Then here's the thing that I want passed in. If this is the hill they want to die on for this particular virus,
Well, this guy does.
that's fine. Then from now on, no matter whatever happens, the man had better never, ever take the mask off ever again. I'm talking even if they are able to nip this whole Wu-Tang thing in the butt, all of it, no matter what comes down the pike. Because
there's always going to be a disease. There's always going to be something
Exactly.
that can kill you. There's always going to be something airborne.
and if you're that hell-bent on protecting other people,
Then go to China.
Then maybe you need to keep a mask on from now on. Don't ever take it off
Forever.
again. because this is just stupid.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, then just constantly wear your mask. Wear your mask while you drive and, skip 3 stop signs and
Those get on my nerves.
a light and a traffic light. Yeah, stop signs get on your nerves, but
No, the wearing a mask in a car
that one.
when you're by yourself.
Yeah, that's stupid.
You're
You're in a car. You're in a contained environment.
you're alone.
Alone. Alone. By yourself in a contained environment. Actually, it's not even contained because here's the thing. If you have the air blowing in from the outside,
Yeah, but it's summertime. Most people have it circulating on the inside because
only inside circulation.
If you want the best for your AC, that's what you do.
Right, you stop the inflow and instead you just let it circulate
The
in.
only time you have the inflow going is during the wintertime when you have the heat going.
That's only
There's
to
your
make
little-
sure that it doesn't fog.
A little car. No. Just period. Because what you're doing is you're pulling in extra. Instead of making the car warm up the air from the inside, you're cheating and pulling the hot air off of the engine.
Yeah.
And that's just a little, trick. In case you didn't know that, ladies and gentlemen, car trick of the day.
I've also noticed that, when you do like this internal circulation, it fogs up the windows.
Yeah, it kind of.
On the heat.
Yeah.
On the heat side, the windows fog up for some reason instead of using the engine heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because even though it's pulling engine heat, there's this balance. It's a weird. That one goes a little bit more scientific. I'm not getting into, but yeah.
It's into the moisture content of the air.
Yeah.
I know. It's moisture content.
Because it's coming from off of your body and not from in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, from
Not
going
from
from
the engine.
outside
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Anyway.
fun how that works. Yeah. It's all those random things.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Bill Nye the Science Guy, eat your heart out.
Right? Bill Nye, the science guy. That guy.
That dude.
I hate that guy.
I hate that me.
Hey, up, bat.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying. He broke again, and he messed up his own argument when he took it off because work makes me wear it. I don't like it.
That's your argument's wrong.
You're being compensated, and you agreed to it in advance. Having the state come in and mandate and order you,
Like if we were all forced to wear red shirts every single day,
that's pretty bad.
that's bad. Nobody wants that.
No.
Because one, red shirts and you're not a captain means you're going to die.
Yeah. I found that out after, I was a red shirt in the Navy.
Were you really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You were set to die.
Well, I didn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You were expendable is what that was.
oh no, we were, yeah. I figured out why they made us the red shirts too. It wasn't just because
Expendable.
I built bombs for planes and we loaded them onto planes. We handled all of that stuff. We wore red shirts.
The bomb guys wore the red shirts.
Yep.
Boom.
I know, right? It's like, that makes sense now, I guess.
It sounds good. Bomb ordnance, red shirt. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. There you go with that.
Yeah, and so it's not quite completely different. So we're just.
I was gonna say, why are you hitting the button for that? Not yet.
not
Outside observers could be forgiven for thinking today's Australians are not citizens of a free nation, but instead remain prisoners of a penal colony as the nation's zero COVID strategy continues to strip away people's freedom.
Yeah.
They did start off as the penal colony. Yeah, Britain kind of dumped their crap off and
What dicks?
said, here, guys, we don't want you anymore. You're going to die here. And they didn't. They thrived. They continued, and here we are.
And now they're back again.
And now, apparently, they've never left. Mm-hmm. Take the state of New South Wales, which includes the capital of Sydney, for instance, where people have been suffering under lockdowns that have forced people to remain in their houses except for 4 narrowly defined state-permitted reasons to exit their residence.
You have 4 reasons to leave your house.
This is according to Australia's 9 News. Number 1, in no particular order, shopping for only essential items.
What is considered essential items?
Toilet paper, medications, food, Like, you're not going to go out. You're not going to say, hey, I'm going shopping and go roll into Best Buy and pick up a TV. That's not essential.
It could be
No.
with COVID.
They don't count that as essential. It's
Well,
foods,
and you can get that off of Amazon anyway.
feuds, and medications.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
All right. Yep.
Care and compassionate reasons, but just one visitor is allowed.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Doesn't that kind of defeat the whole
Wait.
purpose of
Hold on. Say that one more time, because that
care?
whew.
Care and compassionate reasons,
Mm-hmm.
but just one visitor allowed. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose, though? The whole point of having everyone locked in their homes was to keep it from spinning or spreading around, keep it from being an issue, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're letting people go out to go visit, then you're allowing it to spread.
But it's only one person.
One visitor per. It's not like one person in the entire district. It's
Yeah, it's one person per household.
per household. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who live in that area.
Yeah.
Number 3, work or education that cannot be conducted remotely.
Oh, you mean like going on location and installing something physically,
Well,
or working at a grocery store?
or working at a restaurant.
Hospital
I mean, not a
or
restaurant, a hospital, or
hospital. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
police, whatever. Yep.
Yep.
And finally, number 4, exercise for 1 hour in groups no bigger than 2 and within 5 kilometers of home. So they get an hour of yard time. Isn't that
1 hour of yard time a day?
Isn't that great? Yeah, they cannot come out of their home. Like,
At
keep
all.
that in mind.
Literally
Their
shut in.
property may have a front yard and a backyard, like
They
we
can't-
do here.
they can't go out there.
Can't go out there.
People are getting fined and arrested for being in their front or backyard.
Naturally, there's a mask mandate everywhere, including outside, except when exercising, though a mask must be carried while exercising. Because masks...
That 1 hour that you're exercising is the 1 hour that you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, because it...
You got to get that.
Having that mask in your butt pocket is
Yeah,
gonna
that's really
save
going to
you.
help you. Whew.
That's the Delta
So,
variant you
yeah.
have to watch out for.
Oh, that's where it comes in at?
That's what they say.
Oh.
Plus, there's a curfew. 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
You can't go outside.
Yep. No, you can't. Yeah, you can't do nothing. Like, no, curfew. Like, you got
You
to...
literally are stuck in your house.
Lights
from
out,
nine-
go to
yeah,
bed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise you end up getting arrested if you're found out being out there. But the people in power in New South Wales want their subjects to know that they've gotten good news.
Good news.
Good news. They're rewarding, quote unquote, fully vaccinated people an additional hour of outside recreation time. Isn't that fantastic?
That's amazing.
See, so good behavior allows them to get an extra hour of yard time. Isn't that great? It's now granted it is their winter time right now.
Does it really matter though?
No, it kind of does.
Why is that?
Because they're opposite of us. So like their flu season is not ours. Their summer
Yeah,
is ours. They are, a lot of people are normally getting sick with flu and whatnot down there
At this time.
right now.
Yeah.
So to a point,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of makes sense because it's a lot cooler down there right now. It's further away from the sun, so it's chiller. It's okay, but you're still depriving people of, natural vitamin D.
No, it's not okay. I'm sorry. It's not okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And the media were happy to characterize the government's move as a reward, quote unquote. The authorities billed it as, with News 9 calling it, quote, a small gift.
Yeah. Well, from what I can tell, everybody in Australia only has a small package anyway, so
Aww.
not much to give.
The Premier of New South Wales, that'd be Gladys Berejiklian.
I'll give it to you.
Berejiklian?
No, I'll give you the first time.
Berejiklian? I don't know. Patted herself. Yeah. Patted herself.
Chiclet. Gladys Chiclet.
As
Berejiklian.
Berejiklian. Damn weirdos down in the New South Wales. She patted herself and her fellow power holders on the back this week with her announcement that the people under her control who've been fully vaccinated will have additional freedoms, quote unquote, starting September 13th.
Additional freedoms.
Starting September 13th.
More freedom.
Yes, meaning at 1 hour more hour to play in the yard.
You don't have to come in as quick.
Quote, thank you to the millions of people across New South Wales who have come forward to get vaccinated. From Monday, 13th of September, you will have an additional freedoms if you have both doses. She tweeted along with a statement highlighting the guidelines of the quote unquote new freedoms for vaccinated.
So, there. Do you remember a time
Yeah.
when Australia was almost as free as America?
I do, actually. That's what made me want to go.
Like, it was basically America light.
It was.
They were chill people. They were like, yeah, everything here can kill you, but you know what? We got this handled.
And not anymore. Then 2009 hit, and they got rid of all their guns.
Yeah, 2009 hit. They got rid of all their guns and everything else. And then progressively over the years, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And now they've literally handed over their entire freedom.
Well, of course, because again, they got rid. Once they realized that they were able to get rid of all the guns,
Boom, you're done.
you lost everything at that point. It's just a matter of time.
It wasn't even that long.
No.
We're talking 12 years?
Yeah.
12 years. That's all it took was 12 years. And it could have taken them a lot less time. But they decided to take their time.
Yep. 12 years to go to a totalitarian type state. Isn't that great? Again, the penal colony is back in full force. Huzzah!
Tag team back again.
On that day in mid-September, the statement said all New South Wales folks who have both doses of vaccine will all be allowed to gather outdoors for an additional 1 hour. And the government wants people to understand that the gracious granted extra hour of outdoor recreation time, quote, it is in addition to the 1 hour allowed for exercise.
So you get 1 hour for exercise and 1 hour for play.
Or 2 hours for exercise.
And no hours for play.
Or
2 hours for play.
no, because 1 hour can only be for exercise.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best
That
part.
looks like exercise.
Yeah, I know. For those who live outside the local government areas of concern, outdoor gatherings of up to 5 people, including children, they include the children.
Including the children.
So 5 people includes the children. Will be allowed.
I can't take my family out
No.
if I lived there.
No.
Nope.
They will be allowed in-person. Wait a minute. Will be allowed in a person's that's inside the local government areas within 25 kilometers of home. So they have certain areas that they're allowed to go in regularly.
Little bit of area.
And then all of it ends up having to be inside of 5 kilometers. And for those who live in the local government areas of concern, households with all adults vaccinated will be able to gather outdoors for recreation, including picnics, within the existing rules for 1 hour only outside curfew hours and within 5 kilometers of home. This is in addition to the 1 hour allowed for exercise.
Yeah, but you also still can't have a picnic with your neighbors. No. Has to be just with your family, and it can only be within 5 kilometers of your house. So basically, just go out back.
It gets better. Statement also teased more quote-unquote freedoms to be given to well-behaved, fully vaxxed people, citizens, giving once they have gotten 70% of the people vaccinated, including, quote, a range of family, industry, community, and economic restrictions to be lifted, end quote.
So you took it all away, and now you're saying, well, we'll give it back to you piece by piece.
Yeah. If you're good little subjects.
If you do exactly what we tell you.
Follow the law. Do what I tell you to do.
No, not follow the law.
Oh, no, that is their law.
Follow our whims.
That they've made into a law.
And do exactly as we say.
Deputy Premier John Barriello praised the move as a, quote, clear path forward, end quote, and promised that if his people will just obey, then having a meal with loved ones or having a drink with friends is just around the corner, end quote. You know, we kind of had the same thing told to us, 2 weeks of complete shutdown and we'd flatten the curve.
Right, yeah. 15 days to flatten the curve.
That was almost 2 years ago. Yeah. Doing well so far. Hopefully they can still get their American Pride Roasters coffee. That is AmericanPrideRoasters.com. You can get historically great coffee.
They don't get that in Australia.
They could if they tried.
It's true.
Guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Or you can go to mojo50.com.
Yep.
They could go there.
They could.
And they can also go to the iHeartRadio app and hit the Mojo50 radio button where, in fact, you can get 24/7 free speech radio.
You could. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com, and follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Get your tweets in and everything else. We'll be reading them on the other side. Got a whole nother hour. Stay right there.
So my kid's classroom, they have a digital app and stuff. And apparently there's like chat functions. And one of the parents just invited everybody from the classroom to a kid's birthday party at the very last minute because it's tomorrow.
I'd be playing the COVID card right now. Just to be an ass.
No, I'm just not going to respond.
No, I would. I'd be like, sorry, we can't. Because we believe you might have COVID.
I mean, we might go. It'll be all right.
No.
I don't see a problem with it, really.
I hate kids' birthday parties.
Yeah, I get that. I have to deal with a lot of them, too. Okay?
No, I know.
Anyway. Australia.
Yeah, your accent for that is sucks.
Yeah, I know.
It's like my Russian.
No, your Russian's worse.
No. Australia.
That's because whenever I do Australian, I also get New Zealand mixed in there.
Well, that's because they're close. Like, that's actually close, but no, yours trails very quickly.
Well, yeah, into English, Irish, all the rest of it. It makes sense.
Oblivion flickering. We shall hand out our temporary state-given rights like milk bones to well-behaved puppy dogs.
Good boy. Here's a milk bone.
Oh, there you go, dude.
And you get a milk bone. And you get a milk bone. And you get a milk bone. You all get milk bones.
Oh my God.
Good little boys and girls.
Right.
Eerie.
God, this is such a pain in the ass.
You could have waited and done it on the laptop.
Oh, I can still transfer it to the laptop. No, I can't because it's dead.
And you haven't went.
No, I haven't.
That's your own fault. Blame yourself.
I am for having left it in the first damn place.
Blame yourself for not going back and getting it.
I hate doing this. I gave them...
Why are you filling it out? Like you have to?
Yes. I know. That's the part that pisses me off.
Jeez. Cheese and crackers.
Jesus, Mario and Joseph.
Oh, what you doing there?
Trying not to go insane.
Failing.
Failing miserably.
Failure.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really bleeding. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
Hi. We're not Australia, thank God. But we're heading there quickly.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show that it has nothing to do with Australia.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
Enjoy the little freedoms that you have, because apparently,
They're going to go away one day.
yeah. We're all going to look back and go, you remember when?
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh, goodness gracious. John going back to the story where the guy was taking off all of his clothes.
Yeah.
Over there on Facebook saying, yeah, so he's a TIE fighter?
See what you did there.
Yeah, Nicer Say Knee talking about us when we're behind the scenes here, saying, Dylan, are you trying out a Seamus McFly impression?
I wasn't trying per se.
And there's Maggie McFly. That's probably when I jumped in on that one.
yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah,
It's fine.
it's okay.
That's what we could do.
I understand.
What are you going to do?
Nothing. You sit and whine and
Joke about it all I can.
let it ride.
Yeah.
It's all. So,
So,
a Marine went viral on Facebook video. You want to know why? Like, I was hoping you'd play
I'm
along, but
sorry.
there's a lot of
You
dead air.
paused and I was like, what happened?
Did you ask what happened?
No, what happened to you? Why'd you pause?
It's called dramatic effect.
Well,
I
there's-
was trying. It's called engagement.
Well, then you also popped
Welcome to the show.
You also popped your elbows at the same time, which confused me. I was like, is he straining? What is going on?
Keys, jingling keys, ADHD. That's all it was.
No. Like, you started the thing and you reached your arms down and popped and took your time. And at the same, I was like, did he pause because the elbows? What's going on?
No, I broke. They're out of joint now. I need help. No, that's not it. It's just natural. No, it's all right. So let's try. A Marine went viral on Facebook video demanding that senior U.S. leaders be held accountable for the Afghanistan withdrawal, specifically the deaths of 13 American service members and the 18 who were also wounded.
I see this going very badly.
Less than 24 hours after posting the scathing video ripping the top U.S. military leadership, the Marine in the video that has hundreds of thousands of views has been relieved of duty.
So now he's a veteran.
Yeah, but not. He has no benefits. He has no nothing. He has
Dishonorably discharged.
dishonorably discharged.
At this point. Yeah, that's what it is.
Marine Lieutenant General Stuart Scheller posted a blistering video on Facebook and LinkedIn on Thursday. Scheller, who has been with the United States Marine Corps for 17 years, questioned decision-making by U.S. top military leadership, including Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, and Marine Commandant General David H. Berger.
So let me ask you this. Because, I'm kind of a layman when it comes to the military rankings. Lieutenant General, how high is that?
For the Marines,
Yeah.
at least.
Is that like middle management, basically?
Oh yeah, no. As far as generals go, yes,
That's middle management.
it's middle management. Yeah.
Now, all power to you, brother.
3 or 4 star. I
I'm
mean,
not-
he's still way the hell up there though.
Like, you're still up there, but I'm saying, all power to you. 17 years in the U.S. Marine Corps. Hoorah. Damn. I mean, come on. But still.
well, no,
Did you not? Do you... Wait,
He's not okay. Let me phrase that.
Okay.
Just for clarity, like, okay, he's not. I know what you're thinking. I had to stop and think about this while you said middle management. would be more like your sergeants and
Okay,
your
yeah,
majors.
yeah.
No, he's not actually, and
He's
that is
slightly above that.
He would be for best way I can describe it for the Navy. He would be executive officer. He would be usually he's like second in command if my memory serves me correctly.
Okay, like
Of some kind of a situation, some kind of group of men or
COO, CFO sort of run.
yeah, the XO, yeah.
XO, CFO. Yeah, okay.
it's the XO.
Okay, XO, yeah. Okay, still.
I would assume.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know exactly, but yeah, he's lieutenant general is. You're not quite general yet.
You have
but
have
you're almost
power.
there.
You have some
yes,
power.
you got some pull.
Okay.
Needless to say.
All right. You were not only in uniform when you made the video, but you were putting down the military.
No, he wasn't putting down the military. He was doing the leadership. That's very different.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
No.
I know it's not. But that's the reason why. Isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. No, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
Because how dare he.
You talk down to the leadership,
Yep.
the people
And
above you.
You don't do that at all, let alone publicly.
Yeah, you definitely don't do it publicly. And if you do it publicly, you definitely don't wear your military garb while you do it.
Well, he knew what he was doing. He's not stupid. Scheller was not a moron.
Oh,
he
no.
knew exactly
I'm
what
sure
the
that he's not a
consequences were.
moron. Yeah.
Scheller noted that one of the 13 U.S. service members who died at the terrorist attacks in Kabul was someone with who he was or has, quote, a personal friendship with, end quote.
Okay, so he's somebody that he knew. He knew.
Which explains why he
got upset
broke
and-
down
yeah.
and just lost it. Quote, I'm not making this video because it's potentially an emotional time. I'm making it because I have a growing discontent and contempt for my perceived ineptitude for the foreign policy level, and I want to specifically ask some questions to some of my senior leaders, end quote.
This is the wrong forum to do it in.
Oh, yeah, definitely on Facebook is the wrong way to do it. Now, I get it. He
Wrong
was
way.
doing it to make a point and draw stuff
You
to
wanted
it.
to make a splash. I got you.
Yeah. Problem with it is you're like I said, he's out now. Those 17 years are a black spot.
Yep. They're
He's-
now useless
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get anything out of anything.
out of anything.
Quote, I'm not saying we need to be in Afghanistan forever, but I am saying, did any of you throw your rank on the table and say, hey, this is a bad idea to evacuate the Bagram airfield, a strategic airspace, before we evacuate everyone? Did anyone do that?
Yes, they did.
And when, who?
Everyone.
What?
Everyone.
No, he's talking about the higher ups, the guys who were still in office. Did they turn around and say, "Don't do this," and actually throw? And I'm saying-
Every military.
what he's saying is,
officer,
did they
yes.
do what he did,
Oh, sure. Okay,
which
no,
is
no, no.
risk his job?
But okay, yeah, I
That's
got you
what
there.
he's saying.
I got you there. Risking your job? No. But did they oppose the president every step of the way and say, you don't need, this is not the right decision. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Yes.
But what he's saying, and I get where he's coming from, and maybe because I were there, I can get it. It's that whole. There's a point in the military. Your job is to follow orders.
Yes.
Period.
Done.
You don't question. You follow.
Right.
Okay? There comes a point, though, where you are to be beyond just some automaton. You know what I mean? You have to have some thought. You have to be able to go, this is wrong. And be willing to pay the price, which includes your job, which is what he's doing.
Yeah, I get that.
The guys who sat there up the top may have said, Mr. President, don't do this, and may have gone down this list, but it was quickly said, hey, if you don't shut the hell up, you won't have a job. And they said, okay. And they shut up, and they went along with it.
Of course.
That's where it's coming from.
Yeah, I get you. No.
Because
I understand where you're going with
The thing
that.
with the military, and
Because at the end of the day, the president is the president is the president. He's
yeah,
the commander in chief.
it's hard to understand to a point if you haven't been in it. But there's this kind of an unspoken code, like when it comes to the military. Again, you are order followers, but the point that almost 99.99% of everyone who ever goes in,
Right.
they're doing it because they want to make a difference, because they want to do, it's about doing the right thing. At the end of the day, as far as any branch of the military goes, you're doing it because you're doing the right thing.
Or you think you are.
Well, yes, when you're presented with something like this, when you know it is not the right thing and you go about it anyway, then you have completely tarnished everyone, not just the people involved, but everyone who has ever been involved, whoever, comes afterwards. That blot is there. And that's where he's pissed.
That makes sense. I'm completely there with
Yeah. Oh,
him. Like I said, I fully back his decision to do this. I fully back,
yeah.
you know. It just sucks because that, like everything that he worked
No,
for.
I mean, I get it.
He literally just sacrificed everything he worked for.
But you know what though?
He's right.
That's a guy of integrity because he's
Yeah, of course.
all the way to the end. How many people? Obviously, nobody higher than him. How many people do that
Not very many.
on anything? Nobody's.
Yeah.
Very few people are willing to go that route, and that's
Well-
kudos to him. I wonder if we need to get him on.
Sure.
If we could try
Let's see if
talking
we
to
can
him.
try to get him.
Scheller read an August 18 letter from General David H. Berger, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, regarding the U.S. withdrawal of Afghanistan. Scheller disagreed vehemently with the message of the letter and blamed senior leaders, quote, for letting the country down.
Well, yeah, they
Quote,
did.
the reason people are so upset on social media right now is not because the Marine on the battlefield let someone down. That service member always rose to the occasion and has done extraordinary things. People are upset because their senior leaders let them down, and none of them are raising their hands and accepting accountability or saying, we messed this up, end quote.
Yeah, so the person that's currently advising the president on everything that's going on in Afghanistan is the same person that advised the president during Benghazi.
Yeah. Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. I don't know about the Marine Corps, but the Air Force, the Lieutenant General is only outranked by a 4-star general, Joint Chiefs, and the Commander-in-Chief. And I think it might be, it's close to the
Same run there.
same run. I think they may have like an extra step or two.
Yeah.
Being the Marines, but I think you're right, actually. I don't know how far away they are from that upper echelon, but I know he's close. How close? I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you know what? There's something. I got to find something here. You go ahead. You keep going.
Are you doing to do that?
No.
Oh.
I remember the one that you sent me.
Oh, you want to do that?
I got to find it.
Let's see. Scheller admitted in the video that he has, quote, a lot to lose, end quote, by posting the video. He noted that he was willing to risk, quote, my current battalion commander seat, my retirement, my family stability, end quote, to say what he wanted to say and provide him, quote, some moral high ground to demand the same honesty, integrity, accountability of my senior leaders, end quote. On Friday afternoon, Scheller announced that he had been relieved of his services. Quote, I have been relieved for the cause based on the lack of trust and confidence as of 14:30 today. The father of 3 said on Facebook post, quote, my chain of command is doing exactly what I do, or what I would do if I were in their shoes, end quote. I appreciate the opportunities that AITB command provided. America has many issues, but it's my home, and it's where my 3 sons will become men. America is still the light shining in a fog of chaos, end quote. He was stationed at the School of Infantry East at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. In June, he took over the post at AITB commander. According to his official U.S. Marine Corps profile, Scheller was deployed in Iraq in 2007 and Afghanistan in 2010.
So he's North Carolina guy? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to get Definitely need to get that guy on.
We need him on.
And then we need him to run for government.
Yeah, I'd vote for him.
Yep.
Well, no, I think I'd
Yeah,
vote.
yeah.
I would still vote for him. Whether we agreed politically or not, it's a whole other story. What
Yes.
I agree.
At this point,
like,
yeah.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely vote for him just because at least he's a man of integrity and he's a man who sticks by his principles. We may not agree with him, but at least I know that
he's
when he
gonna do what
says something, that when he
he's
says
gonna
he's
do
going to
it.
do something, he's going to do it.
That'd be really nice. I'd like that once in a blue moon.
Yeah,
From our politicians. Oh, it'd be so
That's the only
good.
reason I even had a smidge of respect for Bernie Sanders.
Because at least he follows through.
Because he
with what
followed
says.
through and he, at
He's a
least,
socialist every single day, and he doesn't change.
and he doesn't change. When he opens his mouth, he's not going to try and BS you and lie to you.
Well,
He's-
no. He does BS and lie to you. It's just his lies and BS are all the exact same as they always are.
But it's an obvious, yeah.
Everything he says is exactly what he says and exactly what he is.
Kamikaze Dota's logo over on Twitter. My father always said, in uniform, I'm apolitical. Out of uniform, I'm a patriot. In light of the current administration's boogeyman of white supremacy, I get the feeling my dad would have turned in his commission over Afghanistan. I'm
Probably so.
ashamed. I've been out for 20 years and I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a lot that I would have.
I'm to the point that where I would not recommend my child, any of my children.
Which is a hard thing to do considering.
I would tell them, look,
That was my
look. I love you,
But-
and I respect them, but no,
Yeah, not today.
you're gonna be used and abused and put to shame. No,
Yeah.
not good.
Speaking of people who have just kind of
Been used
put it
and
all on the
abused and-
well that, but I was gonna say who have all put it on the line to just kind of do the right thing in the face of everyone not doing the right thing, as
Yeah.
the Biden administration has faltered with its withdrawal efforts amid the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan. An all-volunteer group of former U.S. military veterans have been working tirelessly to secretly bring hundreds of Afghan elite forces and their families to safety. In a featured write-up published Friday, ABC News detailed a daring mission taken on by Task Force Pineapple.
I love it.
I do too. Which over the past 10 days saved the lives of roughly 630 Afghan nationals who should have been remained trapped inside Afghanistan, would have been targeted by the Taliban fighters.
Cool.
The mission reached its climax on Wednesday night when the group of volunteer veterans commenced Operation Pineapple Express, modeled after Harriet Tubman's Underground Railroad.
Yep.
So to slowly maneuver Afghan individuals and families through Taliban checkpoints and into U.S. military command. The mission was underway Thursday when terrorist attacks carried out by ISIS fighters at the Kabul airport left at least 13 U.S. service members and 60 Afghans dead, with hundreds more injured. Some of the task force members were among the wounded, yet in spite of the deadly assault, the group pressed on. Moving after nightfall and near pitch black darkness in extremely dangerous conditions, the group said it worked unofficially in tandem with the United States military and the U.S. Embassy to move people, sometimes one at a time or in pairs, but rarely more than a small bunch, inside the wire of the U.S. military-controlled side of the Hamid Karzai International Airport. The effort reached a crescendo this week when dozens of covert movements coordinated virtually on Wednesday by more than 50 people in an encrypted chat room, which according to Army Lieutenant Colonel Scott Mann, described as a night full of dramatic scenes rivaling a Jason Bourne thriller unfolding every 10 minutes.
Nice.
Small groups of Afghans repeatedly encountered Taliban foot soldiers who they said beat them but never checked their identity papers. That might have revealed them as operators who spent 2 decades killing Taliban leadership.
Huh.
Quote, dozens of high-risk individuals, families, and small children, orphans, and pregnant women were secretly moved through the streets of Kabul throughout the night, up to just seconds before ISIS detonated the bomb into the huddled masses of the Afghans seeking safety and freedom. Man, a retired Green Beret commander who led the operation, recounted.
That's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah. I'd love to have been a
pretty
part of
freaking
something like
awesome.
that, dude.
Like, that is great.
Again, that is what America is really about.
That's what we need to look at.
The extremists in all of these social groups, the politicians, that's not who we are. We are all still people, as I mentioned before, are the people who will help you when you really need help. That's it. That's what we've always done. And none of that has changed. It's slowly dying. It's slowly disappearing. Hence the whole let's keep people locked in their homes and wear masks and do all this other stuff. Because as the more we can disconnect people from people, the harder it's going to be to want to help. Because as long as those wedges are there, you're going to believe that, well, if I help this person, they may be completely against what I'm doing. And it may be furthering, quote unquote, the enemy.
Right. Well, so given to the idea that, Americans in general want to help, they want to fight,
Yep.
they want to fix, they want to do. It goes into the same idea of one of the reasons why firefighters and EMS workers and police in America
Go overseas.
not only go overseas, but when they're at their job, they die more often than any other country's forces in those same veins.
Yep.
One, they're passionate about what they do. Two, they will go and endanger themselves to go see if they can help somebody else.
Yeah.
Continually. They will continually put themselves into danger. And eventually that doesn't work for you.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
eventually your number's up, but they don't care. If they can just help that one extra person, that one more person, if we can just get that one person, people talk about how it's like a hero complex and whatnot. No,
A Superman complex.
Superman complex, the hero complex. You got to do this and do that, and yeah. That's only if you want the recognition for it. These guys don't get recognition for it.
Yeah, that's the misconception when it comes to the Superman complex.
Yeah,
Superman complex is not actually you're not doing it because you want the recognition. You're doing it because you feel that's your job.
it's your duty, your responsibility.
And I have that. I've suffered from that actually.
Do you?
Big time. And it's when you're old and fat, it's a little bit easier to kind of let it go. But no, I'm the exact same way. Trust me, my fat ass would have been carrying and doing what I could have across that desert if I could have been. If I had the connections that would have been there. Oh, please. My fat no
The show
running,
would have been on vacay for a bit.
dude, my fat no running ass would have been trudging through that desert
Are you okay?
the whole way. I'm good. Get these people. I'd have done it. I
bet you would have.
That's just how it is, man. It's people look at it as a bad thing. You know, it's not. It's something that we all Americans especially have,
It
it's
comes with the
slowly
idea.
dying though because of social medias, the infighting,
Right.
the divides that they're causing everybody to be in, and now you're throwing masks and stuff into it too. You're disconnecting people from people. That was the one thing that America had over every other country in the world, is that we, no matter what the differences were, we were still able at the end of the day to
Come together.
more or less come together.
Yeah.
Not perfectly, but we at least, could make those efforts and do it.
Yeah.
And we're slowly losing that.
Yeah, we're losing that. Well, it goes back to the idea of personal sovereignty.
Yup.
If you don't believe that everybody around you has the right to be themselves and to be an individual and to have their personal freedoms and their personal responsibilities, if you don't think like that and have that idea, then you don't care about them. If you don't believe that the person next to you should have the same rights, despite what they think, should have the same rights as you do, then
Whether you agree with what they're
agree
doing
with
with
their
them rights or not.
as long as they're not doing things illegally,
Well, and real illegally, not like thought police kind of.
actual illegal things,
Yeah. Yeah.
the sellings of massive amounts of drugs or
Yeah.
killing people or raping children, things like that. As long as they're not doing those things, you can always find something with somebody, and you can always realize and understand that person is a person, and not only are they a person, but they're a person that has sovereignty.
Yep. It's an amazing thing that I'm ungodly proud of these guys.
That's
I
awesome.
really am. Kudos for them doing it, because at least they did something. Unlike in Cuba, when they actually had the military, the Navy blockade and the Coast Guard blockades, at least these guys were able to get in there and do it.
Yep.
Because a lot of these guys that that were there, they've
were
all been there before. They have contacts.
They've already been, yeah.
All they had to do was buy a plane ticket, get as close as they could, and then they can
Walk
shuttle
in.
what they need to do, get across the border, do what they need to do. Oh, you need guns? Here's where we're going to get them. Pull on those little favors and
Every
contacts.
little string you got.
Yeah, and then turn around and make something happen. And it's, again, in a move criticized by many, the Pentagon has not permitted uniformed U.S. service members to venture outside of the airport's perimeter to rescue Americans and Afghans seeking U.S. protection,
In fact, they've sealed the gate.
and then gave Taliban the listings of who to look for. But non-uniformed individuals, including former Navy SEAL Jason Redman, have not faced the same restrictions. Why? Because
They're not uniformed.
they're not, yeah. They're not beholden to that anymore.
They don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. This is fantastic. I'm
It's
so
awesome.
proud of these guys.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that we should all be rallying around. This is the stuff that we should be being happy about. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just excited. This is good stuff. So, I'm happy now. Let's
You
move
good?
on. We got to get some more coffee, and we'll be right back.
All right.
This gonna be fun.
Yep. Once I get the sound to work. There we go.
Yeah, but you got to rewind it. There. Oh. There you go.
Look at that lady's face.
You're gonna put it up on the video.
Yeah, of course
on the
I am.
vidya.
On the veggies.
Makes a vidya.
Gotta use the veggies. Vidya screen.
A vidya. This is got a big cut. Stop. There we go. Fantastic.
It'll be perfect.
This is gonna be good.
I didn't even watch this one yet.
You haven't?
No.
Oh.
On purpose, because you were like, we're doing this one on Friday, and I'd forgotten about it, but that other tweet got me back onto it. So it reminded me.
This is good.
Is it good stuff?
Yes. It's fantastic.
Very good, very good.
And we're going to pick it all apart. And since you haven't seen it, I'm going to let you do all the reactionaries.
It's like 7 minutes?
Yeah, by the time we get done, it'll be the whole half
Oh,
hour.
is it really?
Oh,
Okay.
we'll 7 minutes, but you will stopping, starting, and
Yeah.
responses and whatnot.
yeah.
It'll be the whole.
It'll be the whole shebang.
Yeah, well,
All right.
it's a good way to end the show.
That's cool. We'll do that.
Makes me happy.
Just forego all those other stories.
Yes, because this is far more funnier.
That's good. I work. I like that. This is good.
This is Defenders Live.
So, I found this vidya.
Vidya.
A vidya.
You got a vidya?
Yeah, if you, needless to say, the TikToks are kind of
It's a thing
a thing.
and stuff.
Stuff it's just taking over.
Yeah.
You know, much as you know that they jack all and steal all your information and it goes straight to China.
You still
and blah, blah.
go on it. And
People
look at
can't help
stuff
it.
and-
It's an addiction now, and that's fine.
That's how it is.
So I found this, and it is a collection of multiple TikToks. Is that a thing? TikToks. What's the plural for TikTok?
I think it's like deer. So it's like TikTok, multiple TikTok.
Okay, I guess it makes sense. Okay.
Or you could say multiple vidges.
Well, yeah. Well, it's definitely a lot. It's several TikToks. That just doesn't sound
Doesn't
TikTok.
sound good. Yeah.
I don't know. Different vidges that basically explaining everything is being racist.
It's TikToksin.
TikToks. Boxing. It goes up. Moosin. Okay. No. But yeah. So, and I found this, and Steven hasn't seen this yet.
Nope, I haven't.
Rarely do I ever present anything that he doesn't either have already seen or at least goes through before.
I kind of
show.
did this one on purpose, though.
I did. I mentioned, I just sent it to him and said, we're doing this on the show Friday because it's fun. It's a great way to round out the show.
And because he did that, I was like, you know what? I'll wait.
He'll wait. So
I'll wait.
This is going to be fun.
Oh,
if
goodness.
you're watching on
It'll be better.
on all the videos, if you haven't get a chance to watch it, go back and I'll try to describe it as best as we can as we go along. But if you want to see these videos, you want to do all this stuff, go back to the Facebook or the YouTube and check them out. It is going to be so good. So without further ado,
Let's see here.
first one right here before you hit start,
Yeah.
in case you're listening on radio,
Says.
shows that somebody had sent this lady a comment that she is responding to.
Yeah, okay.
And the comment says, why do Americans use AC so much?
Genuine
Question. The lady is about to give you her answer as to why. And
Okay.
this is
All right.
So many reasons I can think of off the top of my head why Americans are addicted to air conditioning.
So many reasons, but the most infuriating one is that our buildings are built wrong. In a great stitch, Desiree Stevens talked about how it was because of white supremacy and colonialism. Indigenous people had air conditioning through streams of water built underneath the ground, or in ways that worked with the natural landscape, such as building in the shade. And there are so many more examples from what we call vernacular architecture. For example, wind catchers from Iran. A famously hot place, these were incredibly effective cooling systems. These traditional Malay houses are designed to be porous that allow for cross ventilation. Here's another self-ventilating house from southern Turkey.
Yes. We have not barely.
This is a lot.
We have not. No. Okay, this particular one, she just kind of vomits a whole bunch of stuff. It's really hard to keep up with.
Yeah, I get it, but
The rest are not as bad.
do you understand? Like, even though they're self-ventilating, there's no circulation of good air. In any of these housing units, there's no good air circulation. Yes, you have minute air circulation. You have cooling of things. You're not going to die of heat exhaustion inside of your house because of it due to the air ventilation. Having a few holes at the top of your roof does not equal air conditioning.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. It's not even
Now,
close.
burrowing into a mountain,
That's different.
or burrowing underground.
Yeah,
and
there was
creating
one-
if you create a cave, there was one that
There
did
was
that.
one, she showed it.
Yeah, if you create a cave and all the rest of it, that's fine. Those are nice and chill.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So if the colonizers had not killed everybody and learned how they could naturally cool their buildings, we might not need air conditioning. So when y'all are like, oh, it doesn't matter, the field of architecture is based in white supremacy, it's still like great design. It's bad design because we have to burn oil to not get heat stroke to live in these stupid buildings because you won't respect vernacular architecture.
so hold on.
Vernacular. Oh, this next one's going to be fantastic.
Vernacular architecture.
Vernacular.
Vernacular. That's not architecture.
That's not a thing.
Vernacular is how you speak.
Thank you.
That is a word. That is a form of phrasing.
Yes.
It's like,
So it's-
hello, how are you? And when talking to a group, hello, how are you?
As opposed to, hi, how you doing?
Or hey, y'all.
Yeah. Howdy.
Yeah, that's vernacular.
Yeah. Greetings and salutations.
You don't have vernacular in architecture. Unless you're talking about cave drawings.
Well, that's not even architecture, though. It's still art. That's not architecture because you're
What if you-
painting on walls.
what if
The
you
walls are
engrave
already
it in?
there.
Well, maybe you engrave it in. You know,
Still already there.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I don't
Anyway,
think so the next one. This one's fun. If you're listening on radio, oh, I love this because your head's popping already.
well, yeah.
This next video, the top is got the caption or whatever. It says, hot take thesis. Glasses, like reading glasses
yeah.
or whatever, are inherently racist.
Reading glasses.
Glasses, period. Reading
Glasses-
glasses, spectacles. Yes.
Spectacles are racist.
Here we go.
Wait, hold on. Before we get there.
Yes. This one is probably the funniest one to me.
Kamikaze Dodo Slug on the Twitters. Was the question about air conditioning or alternating current?
Could see. It was good catch, my dear. Good catch.
Very well played.
Let's see. Oblivion flickering. I'd like to see the virtue signaling broad go one day without AC. Yeah, she's complaining about the AC,
And yet
but
she's not sweating and it's summertime.
no, yeah, and she's also speaking into an
Microphone.
iPhone, using coal power and oil to power and charge her
Phone.
Yeah, so trust me, the irony is not lost on any of us.
No,
Trust
not
you,
at all.
that's-
It's good. It's good. Anyway,
Okay, so I'm researching where glasses and when glasses were invented. So, like, you might be asking,
this is really bad already. This is. So I'm like, going and I'm researching and look, and I've got my laptop and I'm looking up when glasses started.
Yeah. So for those of you on radio, this is an Asian lady. Okay, just to help
why
set
the f- are
the.
you doing this stuff? Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have no nose bridge. It just goes over. And I'm wearing glasses and with nose pads. And if I take off my glasses, there are literal, like, grooves in my face because of the nose pads. So what's my thesis? So I pulled up a couple tabs, and guess what? All of them say something in Europe. Now tell me that is not racist.
So, just for clarity's sake,
Okay.
this lady, this poor victimized Asian lady who has to have feet pads on her glasses in order to
do
help
too.
keep them on her nose. Hold on, and in order to keep them on her nose,
Yeah.
is saying that the glasses that, by the way, help her to see, to look up the stupidity and butcher the
Sure.
is complaining that the Europeans invented the glasses, not another nation.
And the reason
And that's what makes it racist.
yeah, what makes it racist is the fact that it was created in Europe.
Yes. Because the Europeans, somewhere in Europe, those guys came
No.
up with the
No,
idea
I'm sorry.
first.
Miss, the origin of something does not make it racist, especially if we're talking about the country of origin at all.
Well, it's more of a continent at that point, but yeah.
I'm saying country, continent,
Yeah, I get you.
whatever.
I know,
It doesn't
I'm just-
matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
where it began.
Yeah.
What makes something racist is how you use it.
So by her actual, just to make sure nail gets driven home all the way, if it's ever able to find out that fire was discovered and harnessed and, whatever, used for the first time
By a white guy.
in Europe, yes, in
Yeah.
Europe,
Racist.
it will be forever deemed as racist.
And also killing the planet.
Well, yeah, which would explain it because it's racist.
Right. That
now
makes a lot
it's
of
truly
sense.
killing
That makes
everything.
a lot of sense now.
Yeah, see?
Yep.
See?
Mhm.
See?
Yeah.
Oh,
No. So one other thing. You can adjust those. The little,
Yeah.
The feet pad that are there. I wear glasses most of the time.
Yes, you do.
I really do.
I have readers. I have to, especially by reading the Bible or whatever, I have to.
Those you actually like if you go to an eye doctor.
Yeah.
And there's that place. It's a nice. It's a nice place that I go to now, and I paid for $99 for 3 years, right? And I can go and get my eyes checked at least once a year, and all the rest of
Yeah.
it, and I get X amount of dollars per glasses, and all that.
All that good jazz.
Yeah, great stuff. They will literally sit there after they get the glasses in and fixed up and everything. They'll be like, "All right, put these on,"
And they'll adjust them for you.
and they'll sit there and they'll be like, "All right, that doesn't look quite right. All right, can put it on the table. Okay, adjust it. Adjust. Here you go. Try it on again. Here you go. How's that actually feel now? And is it going to slide down or anything else? Are you saying because you don't have a bridge in your nose that it's racist for you to have glasses on?
Yes. Well, no, they're racist because they were created by
For people
Europeans.
with bridges. For people with larger nose bridges.
I was gonna say I have my readers have feet pads, and I've got a hell of a bridge.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So
And you don't actually need the feet pads. Because you've got that huge bridge, you don't need the feet pads. The feet pads are for people that don't have a bridge.
isn't this fun? We've still got 5.5 minutes to
The
go.
origins of glasses assume that you have a nose bridge high enough, and guess what? If you don't, you have these little, replacements, alternatives.
Didn't I just fucking say that?
Yeah, so again, here's the thing. It's because they don't quote unquote fit your face without having feet pads, they're inherently racist because glasses were designed for white people.
No.
Forget the fact that they actually went the extra step and said, you know what, there are the people who don't have a bridge and we need to adjust for them because they need to see too. Let's add these adjustable feet to them so anyone can use it.
Nope.
No.
No, we're done here.
It's racist.
We're done here. You want to know why? She's wearing plastic frames. And that may sound funny to you.
It does because I don't need glasses. So
Right. If you want to make sure, this is another thing. If you want to make sure that your glasses are actually going to stay on your face and not fall down your nose at any point in time, you would never wear plastic frames.
because they're slick.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Because the hook in the back of the ear doesn't adjust.
Oh, okay.
If you have a wired frame, you also have wired hooks on the back to hook them to your ear, which means you can put it there and adjust that and keep them on your face without having to worry about it sliding down your nose, you fucking moron.
I like it when I get you pissed off. I was pissed off yesterday.
No, this is just stupid.
I agree. And this is the stuff that people watch and go, oh my God, it is racist.
No, it's not racist. It's you don't know how to wear glasses.
Yeah.
But if I have to have physical pain from not having a nose bridge and something I can't control, that's racist.
You want me to stop eating watermelon on camera
stop.
because
This one.
Yeah.
I'm going to preface this one, read everything off here. So now, these jump kind of fast, so bear with us.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lady saying apparently she's being called out for eating watermelon. She's a black lady.
I would not call
Eating
you out for that.
watermelon on camera.
Why would
she
people
needs to
call you
stop
out?
eating it because she's black, and she's going to reiterate.
Is
that
it a
herself.
black person that's calling her out?
Just watch. Just watch. Just hit the button.
I'm black.
Yes. Yeah. What's not clicking? In America post-slavery, post-emancipation, black farmers were only allowed to grow watermelon. People associated the fruit with uncleanliness because it's so messy to eat and laziness because it's really easy to grow. And of course, white people weaponized this against black people. And this is like, well into the 20th century. People who saw things like this are still alive. So to sit there and act like you're just eating watermelon innocently, girl, bye.
By the way, if you didn't get to see it, this was a arguably either a very, 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 very light-skinned black woman.
She was.
Or
very dark-skinned.
She was a Milano.
Yeah, a mix.
She was a mix.
She was a swirl.
She was a swirl.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the two.
Either way.
She very, I would. So yes, apparently watermelon is racist because some BS that she didn't, vouch for, no facts that she was able to back up on, nothing about.
Stop. It's not
watermelon.
It's not that watermelon is racist. It's that her eating it on camera is racist.
Doesn't matter.
So you need to stop eating watermelon on camera because you are perpetuating a stereotype which was originally set up as a way to make black people look lazy and stupid.
The night you see over on Twitter, going back to the one a second ago about the glasses.
That's what this lady said.
I'll bet she got an A on her thesis. You hate to see it. Slightly Venomous Kirk, listening to you guys in your nose privilege. Where are you two from? Nose City?
Isn't that The Life of Brian?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, apparently eating watermelon on video as a black person
is racist.
Just reinforces.
And you're being called out by another black person because you're being racist. Even though the fact that the other black person who is now mansplaining or race-splaining. She's race-splaining to you why you're being racist, even though you're not being racist.
Or why you're perpetuating the racial stereotype. Yeah.
Even though you're not, you just happen to like watermelon, and you know what? It's tasty.
Screw it all. Yeah.
Hey, you know what, lady? You keep on eating watermelon.
This was we just can't. There's nothing to say about it. Just move on.
Moving on?
Moving on to the next one.
We go.
Seeing this, you've reached classical music is racist TikTok. The fact that classical music, which is really the music of a...
This is going to hurt me, isn't it?
Yes.
This is going to hurt me.
This is the one I think is going to make your head explode.
This is going to hurt me.
Uh-huh.
I don't like you.
I know. You're welcome. This is paybacks. All the times you just kind of sit there and go maniacally.
It's not even that I listen to a lot of classical music. I do know it, though, and I was a band guy, and that's what I did.
I know.
like music.
You're going to be pissed. Here we go.
Okay.
18th century Western European cis straight white male composers is valued as the highest form of art music in America is an example of white supremacy.
Hold on. Who says that we value that as the highest?
She's going to explain. She's actually going to explain.
Okay. But before she does, okay, Are you talking about this is what we generally teach in school because they are the most organized setup as here's an orchestra set of music so we can teach everybody how to play music and play it well as a group harmonizing? It's easier to do it from this because we already know these ones. Or are you saying that people just like it more because they're white?
Just hit the button, you'll see.
Those who go to college to study music will spend countless hours studying music theory, Western music history, and more. And most schools only have one class requirement or no class requirements for world music. This means that educators are woefully unprepared to meet the standards of understanding global, interdisciplinary, and 21st century connections with music.
Hold on. 21st century connections with music.
Yes.
That doesn't have anything to do with classical music.
Well, it's supposedly the understanding, of classical music from a 20 or all music, world music from a 21st century standpoint.
You're not supposed to understand it from a 21st century standpoint. You're supposed to understand it from a classic standpoint of the time that it was created and why it was created the way that it was created.
Yeah, but you can't do that because this is the 21st century. 21st century is woke. They don't look at it. Everything is placed. Everything that is done in the past has to be put into current situations in order to completely understand it. Because that's the only way it's right. Because back then they were all wrong.
If they were all wrong, then why do we have gravity?
Well, it don't mean that much to me. I'm who I've got to be. These pigs are after. Okay, I'm sorry.
Keeps pulling me down. Anyway.
2 different songs, 2 different bands, but it's still good.
It still works. No, really though. If you're going to talk about understanding classical music.
Yeah.
And you're going to say that they're woefully uneducated in understanding classical music in the eyes of the 21st century. I would agree.
No, I would absolutely agree.
I would agree. And the reason why I would agree is because that's not how you're supposed to look at it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to look at things by woke perspective. Woke perspective doesn't make sense when you look at the history of the world. You have to understand that in the history of the world, even if we're talking about music, if we're talking about art, if we're talking about literature, it doesn't matter what it is. In the history of the world, you will not understand what was going on, how things were going out, the interplay between characters, etc.
Yeah.
If you don't actually think about it in the framework of that era.
Yeah. The other thing that you got to kind of keep in mind, one little thing she seems to not catch.
Yeah.
The reason why, in America especially, that these white cis European males are the ones that kind of lead the way, is because, newsflash, ancestors, the pilgrims and the colonists came over here from white Europe
areas.
Yeah. So that's the music that they learned. That's what they heard. So that theoretically would be, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that counts as culture.
It would be, yeah.
That would be your culture.
That would be the culture of the time.
You jackass. Keep going. This is fun.
It's good.
We're 3.5 minutes.
Forces like this one are arguing that the music major needs to be changed to be more all-encompassing and actively anti-racist. But in the meantime, those who are music educators have to struggle and wrestle with the question, how can I be actively anti-racist in teaching music in a system that values white supremacy?
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to be. You don't have to think about that. That's not a struggle that music teachers are going through.
That's not what the whole point, that's not what the point of music is.
The point of music is not to worry about the culture and the struggle of racism and all the rest of it. It's about enjoying music, creating harmony or disharmony over the music, creating an emotion, a feeling through sound. That's music.
Yeah. TechRoo 2024. Whoa, racist classical music chick was bordering on multisyllabic technobabble there.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the first part of this, but Knights Who Say Knee, woke perspective doesn't make sense in the framework in this era. And that's a
I see why. I see why.
Because we don't have time.
we gotta
There's
keep
still
going.
3.5 minutes of this video left, and we've got like
7.
4.
Yeah. So 4 minutes. Yeah.
Ascertained that the fitness industry is racist, so it should come at no surprise when I tell you that diet culture is racist as well.
Sorry, she's from Australia. We need to skip.
How? By encouraging women to try and attain the bodies of thin white women. And all it takes is a little bit of discipline or motivation.
I'm sorry. Everybody that's out there right now wants to get that badonkadonk. That is not a thin white woman ass.
If you fail or if you can't get that body, well,
you're right.
That's your fault. Whatever.
Why the f*** is our health?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I already answered it. So I'm good.
Yeah. So we
We're
just move
fine.
on.
Yeah. Okay.
Care tied to our employment.
Racism.
Go back to that. Hold on. Go back to that.
Emancipation. White folks didn't want to give black.
Attain the bodies of thin white women.
Yeah.
All it takes is a little bit of discipline or motivation.
You went too far.
If
Sorry.
you fail or if you can't get that body, well, that's your fault.
Okay.
Whatever.
Why the f*** is our health care tied to our employment?
Why is our health care tied to our unemployment?
Take your mask off when you talk on a free. You're outside.
Well, he was like, it looked like it was cold too, so it might have helped him in that situation. But I agree.
I couldn't understand you.
So
it's like you have a
why-
sock in your mouth.
Yeah. So why is his health care tied to employment? Here comes answer.
Racism. You see, immediately after emancipation, white folks didn't want to give black folks health care. They were afraid of healthy black people while simultaneously viewing them as unworthy of receiving health care. And do you know what was a great way to keep black people from accessing that health care? Tying it to the jobs that they were being denied. This is just one of many, many consequences of slavery and racism that we don't talk about.
You already know where this is. The next one's going.
Yeah. So that's gonna go there.
Now,
No, hold on. Before we get there, you and I have actually done an episode to where we covered insurance and why it is a benefit and a company instead of a personal thing that you have to take care of. It has absolutely to do nothing with racism. It has to do with profit margins. Profit. Money.
yeah, the company gets to hold on to more money if they're not paying a majority of your health care.
And also
Weird.
when you don't pay attention because you don't pay attention to the bill because it's getting paid by the insurance and you aren't paying for the insurance, you're paying parts of it, but the company's paying for a bunch of it, all the rest of it, you don't have a say in what gets charged between anything. So they can charge, a hospital can charge $7,000 for a bag of salt water.
Yeah, because
You know?
there's so many middlemen and there's nobody knows the actual prices of anything
It's
that.
20 cents.
Yeah, well, no, it may start off that way.
That's
But by
what
the
I
time
mean.
it
That's the
changes
actual
hands
price.
and nobody knows it, I'm saying, but nobody knows what ends up. By
It
the time
cost with the plastic and everything involved, it cost the hospital a total of $2.
yeah, but they're not going to.
But they're charging you $2,000. Yeah. Anyway,
Here's your reminder that fat phobia is rooted in racism. As always, if you haven't read this book, go do that.
what is that book?
The main thing
Black
to
Body.
understand is that for the last
Sorry, what?
Fat phobia is
Racism.
rated in racism.
Excuse me. Ma'am, miss, cow.
Damn. Are you fat shaming her now?
Yes.
How dare you, sir?
You
She may
do-
have a thyroid problem. She can't
she
control
has
it.
she has a chicken thigh problem. I know that much. Fried chicken problem. She's
Chicken
definitely-
wing.
Yeah, and the
hot dog and
macaroni.
bologna.
Yeah, and all that macaroni.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's going right to her thighs.
That's right. No,
We're not going to be able to get through
we
all this.
can't. We can't. We're gonna have to close on this one, I think.
Damn it.
Sorry about that. No. Here's the thing. Up until maybe about 100 years ago, if you were fat, it meant you had a lot of money.
She, what's funny, and we don't have time to play this response. We might have to hold this over because this is fun. She kind of touches on that a little bit.
No.
No.
If you were fat, you were rich.
She touches on it, kind of.
And now you're poor and fat. How does that make sense?
That's because of Food deserts.
That's how you're fat and poor?
Yeah, food deserts.
You're fat and poor from food deserts.
Food deserts.
Food deserts make you fat and poor.
Yes. Oh, she'll explain it. We're going to hold this over until next Friday.
Oh, God.
I'm so happy with myself.
I don't want to.
Nice you say, Neo, over on Twitter. Casper in the blue hair is hard to listen to. Oh, wait until we play the whole thing next week. You're going to love it.
Yeah, you will.
Go to mojo50.com. Check out the other awesome hosts and shows that don't put you through this kind of torture and hell. Follow them on the iHeartRadios, also under the Mojo 50 Radio banner. Go to our website, doaeshow.com. Check out the archives, the shop. Become a Defender with us. After all of that, go to APR Coffee. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Yeah.
Check out them. Historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth.
It's delicious.
It is. The world's going to hell. You might as well have something good in your cup.
Mm-hmm. It's Friday, so we'll see you Monday.
Go social medias. Go to all of them. DOAE Show. Use hashtag arm yourselves. Like, share, follow, give it to a friend. We will see y'all Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.